Exciting, new and different, London Fashion Week never fails to impress, unless you were hoping that the models would finally be given the much-anticipated health checks. It was hoped that this week's shows would be the first that came with health certificates for models, but the British Fashion Council says it simply wouldn't work, a move that's outraged many inside and outside fashion circles.
The British Fashion Council had a perfect opportunity for there to be an example set, really, and actually to the rest of the world. London's pretty influential, and we are seeing that Milan have done it once, Madrid have done it. People are wanting to start having this happen, so let's get on with it.
The British Fashion Council say the checks would only safeguard the models on the catwalk, just 10% of all UK models. 75% of models for London Fashion Week come from outside the UK and wouldn't have time for the lengthy checks. And at £250 to £500 a shot, the checks would be too expensive for the majority of young models, earning around £100 to £200 a day. Most importantly, though, they say the checks wouldn't determine if girls have an eating disorder or give them help in dealing with their problems.
This was not just a GP medical certificate that says, you're healthy. To actually get behind that and to see whether an individual has got an eating disorder requires quite complicated physical and psychological testing.
Quintessentially, models look after their own. Their models have a personal trainer, dietary advice, access to a counsellor and even a financial advisor if they need one. So shouldn't all agencies follow their lead?
What a lot of parents with modelling worry about is that their child is going to stop eating, develop some kind of disorder. So I really think all parents, including my mother, is really a lot more eased at heart.
I just felt automatically comfortable. There was no question about how I looked, weight-wise anyway. I mean, obviously, they just said, eat healthily, go to the gym, basically look after yourself.
Marcus Wilmont won last year's Fashion Fringe at London Fashion Week, and this year he'll be showing at the main event. He says all designers should want healthy models showing off their designs.
Our ethics is not for a really young, waif-like girl. We quite like women. Obviously they need to look modern and they need to be beautiful, but we like women with a bit of curves as well.
As long as you have to be thin to win, the fashion industry will continue to be questioned. Who should be responsible for making sure models are healthy? And should they have to prove they're healthy to work when the rest of us don't? Angela Corp, Sky News.